Breaking news lovers, welcome to Prince NAIJA News, where truth speaks, powers listen, and real story come first. If you want a fearless Nigerian news, you are in the right place. Please do us a favor by clicking on the subscribe button and don't forget to on your notification bell. Alright, in recent days, with what is going on within the political parties, APC keeps showing that they are not ready and willing for a free and fair election in the 2027 general election. And that's also showing that they are always afraid of the ADC. Well, I would love you to sit tight to watch this video to the end. But before we dive in, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Do me a favor by clicking on your subscribe button and don't forget to on your notification bell. Sit tight and enjoy the rest of the video. I will be right back.
In the meantime, suspected political thugs disrupted the opening of the Secretariat of the African Democratic Congress in the Bakassi local government area of Cross River State, vandalizing canopies, chairs and sound equipment prepared for the event. A video circulating online shows a group of youths pulling down the event setup while chanting that the ADC would not be allowed to operate in the area. One of the individuals heard in the footage claimed that the All Progressives Congress had been solely responsible for development efforts in the community. Police authorities in Cross River confirmed the incident, but no arrests have been made due to the volatile security situation in the area. The development comes days after another disruption of ADC activities in the city of Calabar, with the party alleging attempts by rival interests to hijack its structure in the state. And our political analyst, Professor Kenneth Nweke, joins us now to discuss the implications of the alleged targeted attacks on opposition parties. Professor Nweke, it's nice to have you around, sir.
Thank you, and good evening.
Yeah, so this is, reportedly the fifth time ADC meetings would be disrupted by thugs in recent months. Could this be a coordinated effort to weaken the party's resolve as an opposition force?
Of course, that's exactly what it is. Unfortunately, we are in a country where anything happens. A lot had happened in Edo State. If I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 or less. Yeah, between 2 or 3. And then in River State, last week, so 1. And then we're talking about the Seoul and some other states. So, that's something that ordinarily the federal government needed to come strong in condemnation of this, and then make it, ought to have made very strong statements, making everyone who would want to engage in this across the states of the federation, to desist, and with some punitive, measures and all that. But that's not happening. And so, of course, once you are sworn in as an executive, president, governor, local government chairman, and all that, you swore to protect lives and property of the citizens. Even if you engage in politics, party politics, of course, that aligns with your interest. It is not to gloss over issues of, suppression of the will of the people, or subverting the interests or expressions of those who are interested in contestation for power with you. So Nigerians would have been happier to see the federal government or the president come strong with some of these against some of these actions across the states. And you asked questions.
Okay. Yeah.
Why is it that these things are not happening when APC is organizing their own activities? So why? So if anybody wants to disassociate the government in power from some of these things, why is it not happening? And why is government at the federal not making very strong statements in condemnation of this, and then asking the police or security agencies to go after anybody so that people can be People should be allowed, to contest for power. It's democracy. And so when you are not coming hard, when you are not coming out clearly in condemnation of this, and when you organize your own activities and nothing happens, then something is wrong. That means
Okay.
there is a conspiracy,
Yeah,
or even
Professor.
if the federal government is not conspiring with anybody to do so, but they are looking away from these issues, why these things continuously happen under the watch of security agencies doing nothing.
Professor Iweke, a lot of people are pointing fingers or focus at the president, but then what about even the state governors within
Which
which
state
these
governors? The
situations
state
did
governors
occur?
that are already aligning, with the APC government. Some of them are already defecting, and so what are you talking about? Or even the National Assembly members, they are already defecting because of fear of unknown and all that. So what do you think? Why? And why do you think that they are defecting? Some of them are
So
also
what?
defecting because they know that they will come hard on them. They will not allow them. It's not as if the president will want to say or want to deliberately, sponsor or encourage anybody to do so. But those who are following him will want to impress that they are in control of their states. That's what is happening. But as a father, as the president of the country, he needs to come hard, on his party members and those at the state levels to say, you do not do this because I swore to protect lives and property of the citizens, and that democratic rule allows people, opposition, to thrive and all that. And so if it doesn't come hard, in the public, it doesn't come hard, instructing security agencies to protect everybody alike and then go after anybody who disrupts these things, then there is something that is fishy.
Okay, Professor Nweke, permit me to echo these sentiments. Now, some people have said that for gatherings like this, shouldn't the ADC itself provide some sort of additional steps in arranging private security for itself,
Which
for its
additional step?
events?
Don't go there. I won't allow you to land. Security is in the hands of is in the exclusive list, right? And except that now they're talking about state police and all of those. And even when you have state police, assuming that the constitution is amended, the extant laws act of the National Assembly amended to allow state police, to thrive, you will even see more clashes even between the federal and the states because of different interests and all of those. So why will you talk about that when how will you even organize private security? Organizing private security would mean that you recruit, even thugs who will protect you instead of the police that ought to protect you. Let me shock you.
Okay.
Even in Rivers State, where we are here, during elections in 2023, a DPO was in a polling unit, my polling unit, live. And yet the boys came with guns and all that, and yet he was begging them to not to do anything. Begging. So what are you talking about? This has happened live in most places where police, work with some of these boys, because certain interests are being protected.
Okay.
So we don't have a federal police that is apolitical, So all of them, take sides when once there's a ruling government, either at the state or the federal level and all that. And so we have a compromised, police force in the first place. And so our citizens cannot be protected. So if you even hire private ones, of course, they will come, even arrest those ones because they are in opposition and all that.
All right, Professor Weke.